What's up guys, Guru here and welcome back to another video on the channel where today I am going to be showing you how to efficiently grind the brand new League SBCs. Yes, that is right, EA have released another set of League SBCs this year. They are not the best thing in the world, however, they are new content. They are very similar to the old League SBCs we used to have, which you would get a player reward at the end. We are going to cover that in a second. But I think just this is a bit of fun content. Another way to spend a bit more time on the menus, another way to utilize untradeable cards, and a way to make a few extra coins on your account. So, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you are new. Let me know down below if you are going to be doing the brand new League SBCs. And with that, let's get into the grind. Now, today EA did release the World Tour France League Upgrade SBC Completionist. Now, you do get the brand new Matthias Tell. Now, today EA did release the World Tour France League Upgrade SBC Completionist for Matthias Tell. 4-star, 4-star on this card. Striker, right mid, left mid. He looks fantastic. I went into his stats in my 6pm content video, so go check that out if you want that review. But to get this card, you need to complete the World Tour France League Upgrade SBC once. Now, if you haven't seen what this is basically the old style League SBCs, but in this game with a bit of a twist. So the old style League SBCs used to complete, it would be however many teams are in that league. So 16, 18, 20 teams. Each team would need at least minimum 5 or 6 players from a certain team, and then the rest could be from that league, or you would need all 11 players to be from, let's just say it was a Premier League, Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, and with that you get a Premier League player at the end in the reward for completing the Premier League SBC. Now, obviously things are a bit different. The League SBCs we know these days are the mixed leagues and the premium mixed leagues. However, this is going back in time a little bit, and it is going to be something that EA will release again. There's no doubt they won't release this only once. We will get this again for whatever next season is and the season after. They're going to base the World Tour cards or base these League SBCs off World Tours, but it opens a lot of opportunities to do it for sort of women's leagues, for doing it for different obscure nations. There's a lot of different things EA can do with this. So, what is it? Well, basically, all you need to do is submit 11 teams. Now, sadly, I've already submitted one by accident, but I've pre-built the majority of all these teams to go through it and to show you efficiently how to do it. But it is basically a case of doing one team with the Arkema Premier League players, or Premier League players, which is the Women's French League. Then there's one for the Men's French Ligue 1 and French Ligue 2. So both of those cards are needed in this one. And then you basically need to submit one player from each team in the rest of these SBCs. So it is 2 players that you need from the Ligue 1. Some of these cards have gone up in price, which is brilliant to make some coins through doing bronze packs, through just opening normal packs and packing one of them. But the rest of them are pretty easy to obtain. So what is selling right now? Well, the main thing that is selling are 3 specific teams from the French League, and what I find brilliant is most of the Women's French League cards. So everything's currently worth around 1,000 to 2,000 coins, and there are a few cards. I don't know if I have one still. I don't. There was one card that was selling for 5,000 coins, but again, some much higher rating because you need a lot of chemistry this time. That is why these are expensive. So I've made probably about 30k just from a few cards in the club. Now, again, I could sell on other cards. However, I do need them for the SBC. So, efficiently, how do you grind this? It's quite simple, really. 2 things will help you. Untradeable cards in your club and your untradeable SBC duplicate storage. So, they're going to be the main things that I suggest using. Why? Because every single pack that you open is going to be tradable. Now, with these packs being tradable, it is going to mean that if you use all untradeable cards, no matter what, you will gain profit. Whether that means you sell on every card, or whether that means you send them into the club for a later date to sell them on in the future, or use them in a future SBC, it is going to be efficient to do. Now, what I would also suggest is trying to use as many gold commons, because that is mainly what you get back. However, if you use an untradeable cards, it doesn't really matter too much. So we'll start off with one of the easier ones for the Arkema Premier League. This is just a case of you need 26 chemistry. You need 26 chemistry on every single one of them. So that is mainly needing, I think it's 9 players in position as much as possible. But again, a few players in position with nation links will help you. But yeah, 9 players in position will pretty much gain you that chemistry straight away. Now, you do only need 74 rating here. I have a 79 rated team because of my untradeable cards. Everything here is first owner. Now, there is 1 or 2 cards tradable. That is because I didn't have enough untradeable cards. But as you can see, everything else bar one of them is all untradeable. It is all dead easy to obviously obtain. Most packs this year are untradeable, from rewards, from SBCs, from objectives, from store packs. Most of these cards are untradeable. So because of that, you're going to have a club full of them. But for me, that is the first team. We'll submit that off. It is a 2 players pack. It's not really worth it. But again, when you look at the trading of, we had 1 tradable card, which yes, we could have sold for about 1,500 coins. We should make that back, I would hope. But everything else was untradeable, worth 0 coins to me. So if you look at it that way, yes, we're trading in 11 players for only 2 players. But in the long run, it's worth it for the coins. Now, the next one that is kind of the easiest one to do is the girdn and the girdn. Now, this is where you want to use your SBC storage. So I've gone ahead and pretty much put in everything from my girdn storage, apart from 1 player because I have them twice. But yeah, this is all from that. And then I have 3 players from the girdn. Now, I don't have anything else in the club from that league because this is obviously used in the League SBC grind for the minor league one. But still, I'm going to put it into this one. I don't mind. All that I now need is just 3 untradeable players from the girdn. Now, that should be fairly easy because you don't need a super high rating on this one. I'm trying to make sure I don't use players that I need. This guy can go in there. It is only 74 rated, so do you know what? Any bronze and silvers probably will be alright. We can use a silver there. And can we use... No, we can't use that silver. We can use this guy, though. Okay, we'll use that. As I say, it's trying to be as efficient as possible. We don't quite have the chemistry, so that's fine. We'll take out one of the girdn players. I'm not really too bothered by that. And Kenny Larlock can go in. Why not? So, that is nice and easy. Again, a bit higher than the rating, but because half of this team was from the SBC storage and the other half is untradeable, it's quite easy to make them coins back. So, they're the kind of easy parts. They're the kind of the parts that you probably can just do them straight away. Yes, they're not the best packs, but that's because they're the easiest parts. The next ones are where it gets a bit more expensive. So, Alexre, or whatever the AJ team is, they're expensive. I think Harvey or Havre players are expensive right now. Toulouse are slightly expensive. Apart from that, Stade Rennes isn't actually that expensive because there is quite a lot of gold cards this year. Angers players are definitely expensive, and Saint Etienne players are a little bit expensive, but apart from that, most of them are fairly easy to get. Now, we'll start off at the bottom, because this is where the League SBCs are kind of where they come into hand of doing both of them. So, I'm going to start off with SBC storage, because this, for me, is a great way of just really getting rid of the untradeable cards you don't even have in your club. They're just here. So, again, for League SBCs for the Premier League, you can only use max 1 player from a club. So that means that the likes of Mudryk and all these Chelsea players, I can actually only use 1 of them at a time, which means I've got about 5 League SBCs worth. So I can just utilise having all those cards. What I am going to do is I'm actually going to put every single one of them in, because I've got enough Premier League cards in my actual club and enough untradeable Premier League cards in my club. If we actually go and check out the gold cards, my club is full of them. My club, I've got so many different cards that using a handful off the SBC storage, I'm not too bothered. So if we go ahead and try and get the most chemistry out of these, I think I have got rid of my Angers player, so I will have to go and claim that back, which is absolutely fine. The issue is chemistry. Now, don't get me wrong, this actually might mean that I've got to take out maybe Mikhailo Mudryk and probably Jackson, just to make sure I can gain the chemistry. But we'll go and grab our Angers player, who, as I say, these are the ones that are quite expensive. I haven't got any untradeable. These are worth 5,000 coins each. So, again, if I think I've sold one of these, I had 3 of them. If you're doing this twice, make sure to keep hold of the cards. If not, though, don't worry. But from here, I will then go back to the SBC storage. We've kind of got all the chemistry we need on the Premier League cards. So we could maybe go to... Now, if you want to try and be, like, super efficient, you can do this. Or if you're not really too bothered, I could just go and use Premier League cards. It really wouldn't matter to make the chemistry. But we'll see if we can do anything from the Serie A. Do we have maybe enough chemistry? Probably not. So do you know what? We're just going to use the Premier League. As I say, I've got enough untradeable cards from the Prem that we'll be able to use. Now, again, you do need 80 rating in this, which is a lot of rating. But at the same time... for me, anything between 79 and 82 rated is super, super easy to get this year. You should be easily getting most of those cards in every pack. It seems to be that, obviously, all the boards are 80 plus, so you are more than likely to end up getting them. We've got 78 ratings so far. We just need 2 more chemistry, so any centre mid from the Premier League will work here. Do we have the rating there, which is brilliant. Adams, yeah, we can use a 77 rated, so everything is untradeable here. Most of this from SBC storage, and there we go. A premium Electrum Players pack, so we actually get back 12 cards for our 11 we just submitted, and with them all being untradeable, apart from, obviously, the ones that you need from specific clubs, you're going to make back your coins. The next one that we've got as well, Saint Etienne cards, a little bit expensive, but not sort of, actually, no, they are majorly expensive. 5,000 coins again on this card. So again, I could sell it on, but because I only have 2 Saint Etienne players in the club, I'm not going to. And then this, is it Roger? Ronja card. He was from the SBC storage. Brilliant. So, speaking of SBC storage, we are going to go to La Liga. Another sort of high-rated set of cards that we will be able to utilize. Now, I don't have a lot of cards, but that's absolutely fine because, again, I've got plenty in my club that are untradeable, or we can go ahead and use something else. And now, I know that Balde isn't the one from the SBC storage, but still, doesn't really matter too much. We can go ahead and swap a few players around, like so. Now, again, stuff like left back, left mid, sort of right back, right mid, goalkeepers, centre backs, they're going to be maybe a bit more harder to get the chemistry on, so you've got to make sure you have those players. But again, untradeable cards in the club. We can try and use a few low-rated cards. Now, again, you're going to use a few silvers for certain teams, so that's why the 81s and 82 rated are kind of needed. But still, just going through, picking out what you've got. Again, you might have a lot of cards in the club, you might not have loads, but after about a week or two of playing the game, you should be able to get this done, in all honesty. That's a 79 rated team, and Fernand Torres makes it 80, so he will go in. And there you go, dead easy. Again, a few from SBC storage, the rest untradeable, and then that's where you end up with this. Now, thankfully, good news for you is I've built the rest of these teams. Sadly, I used up one of the teams I submitted them by mistake. Didn't mean to, but this is where it next gets handy. Using cards in your club that are untradeable, not from the SBCs. So every single one that we're now going to submit will have the 2 Ligue players and then players that are untradeable from another league. So as you can see here, every single one of these cards untradeable, as many of them from the SBC storage, and then obviously you. So I think I had Fabinho, Fofana, and Roberto Firmino, and then the other sort of 6 that I've ended up using have been from just the club. So that is the Saudi League, because they're not needed in any League SBC. Now, we are going to have to go through and submit every single one of them. We'll then go through and open all the packs as well. This one, I used the Turkish League. Now, I only had Mertens, but again, every single one of these untradeable, using all the highest rated cards from the specific league and teams to help me out a bit, and then just going through, getting the chemistry on these cards, using a few low rated, a few high rated, and again, sorted. So an Electrum Players pack, again, 12 players, back for the 11 untradeable I've just submitted. It is kind of where it's lending hand in hand to the other League SBC grind. We then have the NWSL, which again is another league that is brilliant to use. You got quite a few high rated cards, but again, lots of low rated to make up the ratings, or just to make up the players. Again, chemistry, nice and high rated on this. If you can, make sure that your league and players can link together, because that adds some extra bonus chem. But if they don't, it doesn't really matter too much. As long as you get the other 9 players on chemistry, you're pretty much sorted, in all honesty. Now, the one that I submitted was the Portuguese League. I used them. We're going to open this gold pack here because I pressed the button too quickly. As I say, that's why I accidentally submitted the Portuguese League, because I just speedrun. But there we go. We get a Libertadores player, which is brilliant. And then all of these cards I'm going to send to the transfer list to sell on at a later date. We'll cover the packs in a minute. We've got a few things to talk about with them, but I do apologise about opening that. But yeah, that was the bottom 3, I used the Saudi League, the Turkish League, and the Portuguese League. The rest of them, women's leagues. Because this year, EA have done nothing with them in SBCs. So here we have the Liga Feminista, the Spanish Women's League. Again, every single card untradeable. I'm not going to go through them now because there's no point. But again, utilising what's in your club, getting the packs back. Then going ahead and using a different women's league. So this one, we have the Women's German League. So again, nice and easy. A lot of high rated in this league as well. A lot of low rated cards I'm using though as well, because Lyon players, you're going to have a few high rated. All of these cards untradeable. All of them back for a tradable pack. You start to get the gist of this. Also, by able to doing this 2 or 3 times, well, you actually can only do it twice, you will just naturally just add extra cards into your club. And then for the last one, we've got a PSG player who is 82 rated. Now, I did go and have to buy the Angus player because I had none in the club. So I've actually spent 4,500 coins to do all of these SBCs, which is absolutely fine. And with that, we use the Women's English League and sorted. That is another pack done. And what we get back as well, just for doing this once, is we get a tradable mega pack, which is brilliant. And it does mean that we get 1,000 XP. So if you haven't completed level 35 yet, it is brilliant. And we get a mega pack. No, we don't. We get an 84 times 2 pack. Don't know why that didn't change. And this Tell card, which is brilliant. So Tell comes into the club. Now, am I going to use this card? Possibly not. But it's nice to have an 85 rated card into your club. Worst case scenario, it's just an 85 rated card for fodder. An 84 times 2 pack is going to give you some fodder. So that is quite nice to get that. We now get to open all the packs. So we're going to see what we get in this. Now, the packs back, you don't really need to pack anything major. If you can pack a walkout, brilliant. If you can pack an inform, fantastic. That's why you make some of the coins. But just packing mid-tier fodder or any League SBC specific card. So again, another Libertadores card. Straight away we could sell this on. Now, Libertadores cards have gone down in price because people are hyped about the new League SBCs. The old ones have gone down, but still, we get every single player here is part of a League SBC, apart from 1 Turkish League card and 1 Women's Italian League card. Brilliant. So that's now probably another few sets done there. Now you can either put the cards on the transfer list, use cards in your club, and then obviously bring them back in. Or, what I think is worth it is just sell them on. Gold cards right now are about 450 coins because of the fact that EA have the, I think it's the 105 SBCs you can do for the objective. By being able to do them, you're obviously going to be able to make the most of gold commons. So even you could submit all of these gold commons that you get into the League SBC Completionist SBC, or you sell them on. Now, again, the Electrum packs as well, providing a few silvers. So these can go up because of marquee matchups or specific SBCs that EA release throughout the week. Personally, for me, I am going to discard the ones that don't sell just because I don't want to fill the club or the transfer list too much. But again, if you're making every coin last, it's a good way of doing it. It's just one of those, you're not doing this to make 20, 30, 50,000 coins. You might make 10, 15,000 coins at best, but this is just to go alongside the main League SBC grind. Again, 1, we get a Libertadores card, but 2, this is why I want to do this as well. I've just packed a women's Liverpool player. Now, this is now first owner, so me doing Evos, I can put her into an Evo. Yes, she's only worth about 1,000 coins. That doesn't really matter. I could sell her on because it is worth a few coins to me, but that's also why I want to open some of these smaller packs, because we don't have a lot of these smaller packs anymore. We don't have the random Electrum packs being given out. It's all like a 78 times 5 or a 75 plus pack. And so because of that, it's harder to pack your club specific cards first owner for Evos. Now again, some people aren't bothered by the first owner badge for Evos. I just am. That's just the way I am. I'm a bit fussy with it. But again, an 83 rated card there, great for doing some player SBCs, a few Ligue 1 cards. Sorry, not Ligue 1, a few League SBC cards, which is brilliant. And then again, a few cards we can sell on or utilize in different SBCs. I just love this. As I say, your main grind is League SBCs. The main grind is those 4 League SBCs. This is just a way to add some of those extra cards into the club to complete them, or just to make a few extra coins. 2 more Libertadores or Sudamericana cards there. Again, really nice for the grind, and an 83 rated. So because, again, the way that EA are doing player SBCs this year, needing a lot of 81 to 85 rated teams rather than just like 186, obviously you need to make sure you've got fodder in your club. And so, yeah, it's brilliant. We get League On cards back as well. So if we were able to do this more than once or twice, it would help us out. By the way, 3 sub or lib cards there. Absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love this. But yeah, if we could do this repeatable, I think this would end in an infinite grind, in all honesty. I think we'd be at a point of an infinite grind. However, it is only there twice now. This could be because it's the end of the season. EA don't want us to complete it more than twice. If that's the case, that's fine. And next season, maybe we get it 5 times. Who knows? Again, another Libertadores card there. I think these are more popular in packs because of the packs that we're opening. You're more likely to pack all these common cards. So that is also why they've gone down in price. So yes, you're not making as many coins as what you might have used to. But still, you've got that many different packs to open. It's fantastic. I love this grind. And as I say, if you looked in, you might be able to pack something from these packs. You know, if you get super lucky, you could pack a Ferland Mendy because he's only 84 rated. There's sort of like 50k or however much he is. If you get major lucky, you can pack icons, you can pack all sorts of special cards. Again, you've got to be super, super lucky to get it, but worst case scenario, you will always make back the coins because apart from spending maybe 15,000 coins on 3 specific cards that you might not be able to get, you're going to get them every other league or every other player from that league. You're going to get them back anyway. So, again, to me, it's a super easy grind. It's kind of one of those that you don't have to think about because, again, you can just do this as it comes. So, you can just sit and do League SBCs, and then once you pack that sort of Stade Liège or Stade Rennes player, whatever card, I'm trying to think of just League and plays. If you need a PSG player, once you pack that PSG player, you just go and do that SBC. It's just a bonus SBC to do along the way. So for me, this is absolutely worth it. We'll open the Mega Pack for completing all of the League SBC. We don't actually get anything good. But again, though, this is where you could get lucky. You could get something good from it. Again, another Libertadores card. That is nice. A lot of League SBC cards in there as well. Again, you could get lucky packing Shadows and Hunters and stuff that sells. But for me, it's just discard all the stuff that doesn't sell. A PSG player, are they worth much right now? See, again, PSG players, they're still worth a few hundred coins, so you can make the most of that. But straight away, just by discarding some stuff from the Mega Pack, we get 5,000 coins. I spent 4,500. I've technically, no matter what, made 1,000 coins profit. So we'll finish with the 84 times 2. As I say, let me know down below if you are going to be doing this. Let me know if you have any questions. I will happily answer them. I love League SBCs. I love these niche SBCs that EA release. It's my niche in the content community, so therefore I normally have the answer for them. I should be able to help you out, but it is just going to be a 284 rated from my 84 double pack from the objective, which is absolutely fine. More fodder into the club. And for now, that's where we're going to leave it for today, guys. I'm out. Peace.